locked in here, and we're going to get these leads, which could be very, very important. We didn't see the Amoonguss last time, and like you said, we didn't see the Terrakion either, so maybe we'll get an appearance from a new Pokemon in this matchup.
Yeah, that would be really, really cool. I think Amoonguss could definitely throw things in the player's favor if they use it correctly.
Kotone, no fear here, going same lead as last time. Gardevoir and Landorus, such a strong lead. There's not really a lot of things to be scared of when you're leading like that with a strong Intimidate Pokemon and the speed of Landorus. They can get out of there with a quick U-turn. Now we're going to get some Intimidates fired off here onto Ryan's 2 Pokemon. Depending on what they use as their attacks, it might not do too much, and Gardevoir going to go ahead and trace one of those moves.
Absolutely. I really like to see the Charizard and Aegislash lead because Ryan went ahead and predicted the Landorus lead, which is really, really cool because we already know that Aegislash has access to Wide Guard, so they can protect that Charizard from a ×4 super effective attack, letting Charizard kind of Mega Evolve, set up the Sun, and perhaps go in. But in the last game, Ryan didn't protect, so the question is he going to do the same thing? It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, and we see Ryan switching out into the Wash Rotom there. And Gardevoir going Mega for Kotone there on the bottom screen, keeping both Pokemon in. Wasn't afraid of maybe seeing a Flash Cannon, but we'll move on here as Kotone decides to protect, maybe predicting that there would be no Wide Guard this turn, and a U-turn now again from Landorus and getting rid of that Sun most likely if Tyranitar's in the back there.
Absolutely. I think that's a really, really strong play. Of course, Gardevoir and Rotom Wash are going to be the only ones to take sand damage if the Tyranitar does come in, but just getting rid of that Sun. Actually, I don't think the Sun is set yet. You know what it is? It's the battlefield. It looks bright.
Yes, that's
but
right.
Charizard never evolved. Listen, we don't get to see this battlefield often, but we're going to see Aegislash go into Blade form, and it looks like it attacked directly into that Protect.
Yeah, most likely seen a Flash Cannon there, and you are corrected. I saw the beams of light heralding
they're so
down
beautiful
from the sky. Yeah.
For the World Championship match, but that's not exactly the Sun.
So Ryan in an interesting position here where the Aegislash is in Blade form and could be taking a serious amount of damage from either of these Pokemon, depending on the movesets. Gardevoir sometimes having access to things like Shadow Ball. Also, obviously, Heatran with Heat Wave. But we do see the Hyper Voice come out here early, doing a ton of damage into a Blade form Aegislash. So Aegislash not going into a... Oh my gosh, not quite enough there. That Hydro Pump, and here we go. A Flash Cannon that taking a little bit of damage off that Rotom, and we do see the Citrus Berry here, but not a ton of damage onto either of these Pokemon.
Well, we're going to see the Aegislash go ahead and go for the Shadow Ball into the Gardevoir. Is it going to pick up the knockout? It picks up the knockout. You saw Ryan's face throughout the turn of all those events. He was just getting happier and happier. Once he saw the Flash Cannon into the Rotom Wash slot, he was ecstatic. That was an incredible turn for Ryan.
He was just waiting for that. I think the King Shield was probably what was on Kotone's mind there, especially Aegislash being so vulnerable in Blade form. Now we get the switch back into Landorus here. Going to fire off a couple Intimidates. Will reduce both of these Pokemon's attack by 1 stage, but not sure if it will have too much effect unless that Aegislash is carrying maybe something like Shadow Sneak. We've already seen it be a special attacker.
Yeah, I don't think... I think that last turn was absolutely huge. Aegislash now deciding to go into Shield form. Ryan definitely made a gutsy call by keeping that Pokemon out in Blade form, but it really paid off. It's all about risk-reward, especially when you're in the World Championships. We're going to see the Landorus just go for another U-turn and switch out. That does a ton of damage to the Rotom Wash, a lot more than I thought it would be, kind of indicating that Rotom Wash maybe is not as bulky on the physical side as ones we're used to. So definitely interesting. We're going to see Kotone go out into the Tyranitar, and it looks like Ryan was not too happy about that, but he's crossing his fingers for something. I'm not sure exactly what. Let's see what the Rotom connects with the Will-O-Wisp. That is huge. So that was an incredible, incredible prediction. I didn't know what he was thinking, but now I know what he was thinking.
Yes, but now we know what was going on there. It was a great choice to go with that Will-O-Wisp there because the Tyranitar is definitely a physical attacker, as we've seen some of its moves early on in the match here. Going to get a little bit of damage done there, but maybe even could do something with a crunch here, even though it's burned. But Aegislash in shield form really has that bulk.
Definitely, and just really quickly, in case you're new to Pokemon, Will-O-Wisp also has another name. It's called Will-O-Miss, because players often see it missing, and that's exactly why Ryan was crossing his fingers. That was an absolutely beautiful play. Really going to, like you said, be able to preserve that Aegislash. Now, of course, doesn't appreciate the fact that it's going to have to take 2 super effective hits if the Heatran and the Tyranitar double up into it, but realistically, a Hydro Pump from Rotom Wash is going to do a lot to Heatran if Kotone leaves that unprotected.
Yeah, and it looks like actually Rotom Wash is getting out of there for Ryan. He's going to switch back into the Landorus here. So really lowering the attack of that Tyranitar down quite a few stages now with the addition of that burn. But here we go, Flamethrower. Oh, is it going to be enough? Did it hang on? I believe he picked up the feint. Wow, Kotone picks up the feint. What a great job she's doing out there.
Absolutely, and then we're going to see Tyranitar go ahead and go for the crunch on the Landers. That has to be a crit. It's a crit. Oh my goodness. That's through a burn and an Intimidate and does 40%. That is insane.
That was incredible. Of course, the critical hit not feeling the effects of the reduced attack there.
Yes. Rotom Wash is going to come back out to the field right now. So Tyranitar gets that special defense increase in the sand, so I don't think Rotom Wash is going to be targeting that down anytime soon. But considering Heatran did not protect itself last turn, fearing the washing machine, it's a big mind game right now. Ryan has to decide what his opponent is thinking. Is she going to protect? Is she going to get out of there? It looks like the Landers is going to be firing off an Earthquake.
And we see the Shuka Berry come into play. It's been very popular this entire World Championships, and a big feint on the Tyranitar of Kotone. That was absolutely huge. Heatran's still in it, though. Could maybe just get something off here. Rotom, though, connecting with a big Hydro Pump, and I think Ryan Park has absolutely flipped this match over.
You can hear the crowd going wild for Ryan, because I'm sure no one wants to see this game just be a 2-0. We want our third game. At least that's how I feel. The crowd feels, and Ryan played spectacularly in that last turn, picking up a double KO. The momentum from that is absolutely huge, because Kotone is forced to switch into her Landers, which is going to use the Intimidate, but now Ryan has freedom to switch out of his Landers if he wants to, but really it's a 3-on-1 situation. Ryan's probably feeling pretty comfortable right now.
This is definitely huge for Ryan. It's going to be a uphill battle for Kotone there.
Without a doubt, I think the only thing we could do right now, or the only thing that Kotone could really do is, yeah, that's right, click Rock Slide and hope for secondary effects.
That is it. Of course, outspeeding. It does look like Ryan has hit through that with a knockoff now. So getting rid of what is most likely a choice item there, and the burn. Wow!
That was, you can hear the crowd. That was incredible. Getting rid of that choice scarf to make sure that Landers isn't speedy anymore, and now crippling its physical attack by burning it. A burn, of course, cuts a Pokemon's attack in half, so it's not going to be hitting hard at all.
I'm just curious as to whether or not Ryan has 2 items on that Rotom, because I haven't hit 2 Will-O-Wisps in a match in about 3 years.
So you think the Rotom had that Citrus Berry and then Wide Lens?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it'd probably open up that middle door, you know, stuff a couple items in there.
Get a couple items in that machine
if
there.
Any Pokemon could do it, I feel like it would be Rotom Wash. Of
Definitely.
course, we're going to see on that turn, the Landers does take the Rotom Wash out, but the Rock Slide from Ryan does connect, doing a lot more damage. Kotone's her Landers is kind of sitting there, 52 HP burned, and the damage is going to take its toll. Of course, Charizard's going to come in now, and because that Choice Scarf is gone, ladies and gentlemen, we have a fast fire type on the field.
Yeah, that could be pretty tough there for Kotone, who's probably going to take some damage on this turn here as Charizard goes Mega.
Of course, it's going to depend exactly how Ryan trained this Pokemon, so I'm not sure if he's exactly going to want to reveal that in the second match if it does outspeed a Landers without the Choice Scarf. And it looks like, oh my goodness, the Lander is still outsped, but Charizard dodged those rocks.
Wow, incredible. But the Landorus also hangs on after that big burn earlier. Here we go, absorbing the light, and it's going to be a Solar Beam. See ya later.
I feel like the Solar Beam, you can hear the crowd, because this is going to Game 3. Make some noise, and if you're at home, make sure you're using the hashtag #PlayPokemon right now. All the stress, everything is on the line for these two players on the main stage.